Hello, my wonderful people. This is just a highlight of what is happening currently. The Labour Party Council and that of PDP have insisted on the live broadcast of the court hearing today. However, there seems to be a controversy about televising the proceedings of the court. This is because, in response, INEC, through Councillor Abubakar Mahmood, Senior Advocate of Nigeria, says the electoral umpire will need time to respond to the application on live telecast of the court hearing, having been served with the application in court on Monday, 8 May. Tinubu, through his counsel, Akin Olujimi, Senior Advocate of Nigeria, says he will, at the appropriate time, respond to the application, seeking live telecast of the proceedings. He also informed the court that he has filed answers to the pre-hearing information sheet since 3rd of May 2023. Counsel to the APC, Lateef Fagbemi, Senior Advocate of Nigeria, also told the court that it will respond to the application by Atiku, seeking leave to allow live telecast of the election petition court proceedings. I sincerely do not understand why this is a problem to these political parties, because transparency will simply be the order of the day to all Nigerians, home and abroad, as well as the international communities who are very much interested in the proceedings of this very tribunal and how justice will be served to the interests of the Nigerian people. They are all watching, hoping that the proceedings of today's court hearing will be televised, while we are keeping our fingers crossed and praying and hoping and believing that the good Lord will intervene in this situation, that the justice in charge of this case will give the just judgment, that the mandate of the Nigerian people will prevail, that the people whom Nigerian people came out in their numbers to vote for will emerge at the end of the day. Please listen to the rest of the news while we bring you shortly the summary of what is happening and what is currently going on at the tribunal. Stay tuned and God bless you.
The Supreme Court gave a very wonderful judgment with respect to the governorship election contest in Osun State. We want to, as a party, commend the Supreme Court for the courage and for restoring the confidence of the Nigerian people in the judiciary, particularly as it relates to Osun State governorship election, in upholding the will of the Osun State people. We want to use this opportunity to congratulate Governor Adeleke Ademola and want to commend him to continue to do that which the Osun State people wanted him to, which is pursuing the policies and the programs of the PDP, which is life lifting for the people of Osun State. Now this afternoon I'm addressing you with respect to the events at the Court of Appeal today at the Presidential Election Petition Court. I have indicated to you previously that there will be a constant engagement with the proceedings at the court in line with our own processes as a party that believes that the people have the right to know. So we will be having this interaction from time to time as the proceeding continues. So today there's a media interaction on the pre-hearing session on the Presidential Election Petition Court. Today, Tuesday, 9 May 2023. And we are saying here that we want the whole world to know that we have a watertight case, incontrovertible evidence, and the PDP says the request for live broadcast of proceedings is in the interest of openness. The People's Democratic Party, the PDP, and its candidate, Atiku Abubakar, appreciates Nigerians, the media, civil society, and all lovers of democracy for their solidarity and support in the bid by the PDP to retrieve the presidential mandate freely given to our party at the February 25, 2023 presidential election, but which was brazenly stolen by the APC, aided by INEC. This solidarity is born out of the fact that majority of Nigerians voted massively for Atiku Abubakar, and they want that mandate retrieved and restored to the PDP and its candidate. As you are aware, the pre-hearing session in our petition before the Presidential Election Court commenced today, Tuesday, May 9, 2023. The PDP and Atiku Abubakar have a watertight petition. Our facts and body of evidence are incontrovertible. Our party restates its confidence in the ability of the judiciary to discharge its constitutional duty dispassionately based on the evidence before it. At the pre-hearing session today, our legal team announced the filing of a motion on notice before the Presidential Election Petition Court, requesting for a live broadcast of the proceedings of the court. This application, which is innocuous, is in the interest of openness, which is an essential ingredient of participatory democracy, especially as Nigerians are desirous of being directly involved at every stage of the electoral process. The PDP therefore calls on Nigerians to remain at alert, be informed, and law-abiding as we commence this crucial phase in the quest to rescue, rebuild, and redirect our nation from the misrule of the APC. I thank you all for coming at short notice, and God bless Nigeria. We're only making reference to what transpired in court today. It wasn't a commentary on the court case. You rightly said that, of course, I won't be part, and our party has never been part of anything that will be sub judice. If anything, is the other party that have been involved in that, and we have drawn attention to that. What happened in the court today was that, in the interest of openness, the PDP filed a motion on notice to the court for a live telecast, and I don't think that is inconsistent. In any event, in a democracy, the openness of any process is what determines the level of credibility and integrity that is placed on that process. And in any event, what we are asking for is consistent with what the Electoral Act provided for. That's why INEC, in its processes throughout the election, you will recall that the collation, the announcement, the declaration were done on live television. And the Election Petition Tribunal, or court, is part of an electoral process. The electoral process is not just the election and you vote and it's counted and announced. No, it actually starts, that's why you have pre-election matters, election matters, and post-election. The pre-election are the one that the parties, internal democracy, whether you have people contesting within a party that INEC equally supervise, because they need it to be open. So the major request there to say, look, we want it to be open, we want Nigerians to participate, to see the proceeding and know that yes, it was open, and of course it actually will insulate anybody making comment that are derogatory to the court, because they're part of it, they saw it. So it is not inconsistent with what the law requires, which is, and what the practice that INEC has started. So if INEC has been operating in the open and in part of the process of pre-election, the election proper in the announcement, of course the court proceeding as part of an election process. So, and the challenge we had, we probably won't be in the petition today if INEC, for instance, had done the right thing by making all the procedures and all the processes open. They were open to the point of the voting, open to the point of counting, then at the point of transmitting, which is supposed to be open as well, they went mute and they shut down their systems. And this is the point, we're saying, make all the process. If INEC has been open, if they have transmitted result directly as required by law and by their own guidelines, perhaps there won't be petitions in the court today, because it will have been the process will have been transparent, will have been open, and people will be satisfied that yes, INEC has done it openly, they have declared the results as transparently as possible. And then of course, perhaps, just perhaps, we won't be in this new stage of the tribunal or the court processes with the election petition probably will be unnecessary. And so that's why it's important that Nigerians will be interested. In the closing we said, the Nigerians should be alert. They should be informed. When people are not informed, then you create room for rumor. People will not say they will have their own version. But if you see it, and I saw it, and everybody can see it, of course, the opportunity for you to begin to create lies and have fake news around will not be there. So that's explaining why we are asking for that. And of course, it's left for the court to decide. It's discretionary. We know that as a lawyer. I know that is a discretionary request. It is for the judgment of the court to decide one way or the other. But of course, we think it's important for Nigerians to know what we requested for. And I think it's in line with the procedure for us as a party to let Nigerians know what we're asking for and why we're asking for it.
So, would it be that by any chance you are expressing some fears that if this procedure is not adopted, there may be some hands that, like smoking hands may go into this.
That is your word, not mine. Yes. Yes, sir.
This what?
So I don't talk about the other parties. I don't talk about them. The other party. We are democratic. We do our things right. Thank you very much.
PDP members,
that will be internal process for us, and you are not a member of the party. You haven't said so to me.
Afternoon, thank you.
So, sir, can we get your reaction to today's proceedings and the fact that you also tried to move an application where you want the proceedings to televise live?
Yes.
So, can you tell us more about that?
Yes, happily, the pre-hearing session has commenced in the article PDP petition. All the necessary preliminary issues have been dealt with, and we also brought up the issue of the motion on notice which we filed and which we served on all the parties in the case, and that is the motion for the live televising of the proceedings in this case, because we consider these proceedings very, very critical and important to the nation, one in which every Nigerian is a stakeholder. So this motion will come up perhaps on a Thursday when this matter is adjourned to. It's been expected that the other parties will file their responses so that the court will take a decision on it. So we are coming back on Thursday. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Please.